is ABC 15 Arizona at 5.
This wildfire emergency unfolding right now in parts of California. You are looking at a live picture. So many of you with loved ones there. We have team coverage straight ahead.
4 large wildfires are now burning in Southern California. This one in Altadena has now doubled in size. I'm Alex Stone, ABC News in Altadena, California. The story coming up.
High winds fueling those flames, driven by the same storm system that's impacting Arizona today. I'm tracking how long it'll last in your most accurate forecast.
Healthier food options, not always the most affordable. The ABC 15 Smart Shopper team is helping your dollars stretch further in the produce aisle. And the deadline for Kia owners is fast approaching. Let ABC 15 know has all the details for this long-awaited settlement over thefts. But first tonight, our wildfire watch. Multiple massive fires tearing across parts of Los Angeles right now, destroying thousands of structures and forcing tens of thousands of people to leave their homes to try to get to safety.
I could see with my eyes that it was just growing exponentially, nothing like we'd seen before.
Team coverage from SoCal to the impacts here at home. We start with our Faye Fredericks live in studio for us tonight. Faye, we're reaching out to so many friends and family there who are right in the center of this.
Yeah, just a heartbreaking situation. Katie, Palisades fire is now the largest of at least 4 burning right now. Life-threatening conditions wreaking havoc across LA County with at least 5 people dead and countless others injured. Want to bring you a look now from the skies above Southern California. The Palisades fire is now also the most destructive in Los Angeles history. That's according to data from CAL FIRE. Tens of thousands across LA County out of their homes tonight.
It's absolutely surreal. I mean, watching that footage is devastating to us.
Coming up in our team coverage, the resources from Arizona now being deployed to help in this emergency, plus how Arizonans could feel the impact when it comes to our fire insurance. But first, we go to the ground. ABC's Alex Stone for us in Altadena, an inland community that backs up to the Angeles National Forest.
An apocalyptic scene in Southern California. Valleys filled with smoke, flames taking over hillsides as at least 4 major wildfires burn out of control. Embers flying all around, pushed by hurricane-strength winds.
Oh, and we have, a partial structure collapse.
This afternoon, we got our first look at the devastation from the air. The wind slowing enough for helicopters to fly safely.
It's Armageddon. I'm driving through a war zone right now, and I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm shocked.
The winds also kept firefighters from launching water-dropping helicopters. People running with buckets of water in their hands, trying to do anything they could to save homes. Others rushing to grab any belongings they could. Neighbors tried, but could not save the Symington family's home of 24 years.
It makes me want to cry, but it also, in the midst of the dark hour, puts a little ray of love and hope.
All the stuff that's here is replaceable. People are not. But having a family is the most important thing.
A senior assisted living center destroyed. All of the over 90 residents evacuated safely. Some rushed to safety in wheelchairs.
This is not a normal red flag alert. The LA County Fire Department was prepared for 1 or 2 major brush fires, but not 4.
President Biden is in Los Angeles for an unrelated matter and got an update on the disaster from firefighters. He's also spoken with Governor Gavin Newsom.
Anything and everything it takes to contain these fires and help reconstruct, make sure we get back to normal.
And Faye, still buildings are burning. You can see this home behind me. It has been home after home burning today. There is help coming in from firefighters in Northern California and other western states heading this way. Faye, back to you.
Alex, thank you. Including here in Arizona, we're sending some crews out that direction as well. We're going to continue our team coverage back here in the Valley. Our Jordan Bonke live in the newsroom, hearing from Arizonans affected by this fire. Some already helping out, Jordan.
Yeah, we can confirm that Phoenix firefighters are headed to California. It's unclear exactly just how many people will be headed there, but this again is only 6 to 7 hours from that area of Southern California. Phoenix resident Rosemary Eads just left the area by RV right before the wildfire had started. Her daughter is still in Los Angeles. She describes the power in LA can be sporadic, on and off. And the pictures, they're hard to look at. What you just saw. We also heard from a contract worker over at Sky Harbor who said that he'll be staying in his LA home over the next few days because he has a family member with respiratory issues, and that air quality in Southern California, well, it's not walking weather, and that's going to be like that for a few days.
The fact that it's much more closer to home, it's a little more concerning, especially because the last fires, it took a while for it to get close to home, whereas now it's starting close to residential areas.
The fire is also requiring tons of resources, including many from right here in Arizona. Not just firefighters, but also trucks, and we often send tankers if that's available. And California needs it all right now. It's a situation that is far from over. We'll continue to cover this, and as details come in, of course, we'll pass them on to you. We're live in the newsroom. Jordan Bonnke, ABC 15, Arizona.
Jordan, thanks. And Katie, high winds, massive walls, those fast-moving flames, and rough, hilly terrain filled with that tinder-dry brush are stretching fire crews really to their limit. They simply put do not have enough people and resources to fight everything, and say right now they are prioritizing lives over property.
Yeah, it's overwhelming just to see these pictures. Faye, thank you. Meantime, those winds have been gusting 80 to 100 miles an hour. Chief Meteorologist Amber Sullins joining us now with our team coverage. Amber, how much longer, though, in essence, until those winds die down?
Well, in just hours, we're going to start to see them gradually back off. So the worst of the wind was throughout the day today. We still have high wind warnings in effect out there. That'll be going until 7 o'clock our time, 6 o'clock Pacific. We also have wind advisories back home in Arizona along the Colorado River and across southeastern Arizona. All of this is related to the same storm system that's pushing through Arizona right now, too, leading to rain and snow showers continuing across southeastern Arizona, including in Pinal County over the last couple of hours. But it is really dry, so we really haven't seen a whole lot in terms of measurable rain and snow across the state. You're looking at dew points right now in the 20s and teens across Arizona, even lower where these fires are burning in Southern California. And that is making a big impact because when you pair that dry air with these extreme winds, that is why we're seeing things really spread so rapidly over the last 24 hours. Now, we do expect winds to lighten up overnight. Temperatures, of course, dropping, humidity levels going up as that happens. So the fire danger forecast does look better in the overnight hours, but we go through tomorrow afternoon, we pick up those winds again, and we have another round of red flag warnings, also known as fire weather warnings, for much of Southern California, even stretching down into San Diego County throughout the day tomorrow. Some of these even extend into Friday. So although the peak wind gusts don't look as strong in the days ahead as they have been, they could still be at about 50 to 70 miles per hour over the next day or two, and then we'll see some big time improvements over the weekend.
Really scary situation, but our team coverage continues ahead. The fires in California leaving so many wondering what comes next here. Do the major insurance companies even have enough liquidity to cover these staggering losses? And what happens to Arizonans who have local claims? Faye returns in just 10 minutes with those answers. Meantime, a live look from our nation's capital, where the Senate will likely take up the Laken-Riley bill on Friday after it passed the House of Representatives yesterday. It was the first bill to get a vote by the new Congress. Laken was a Georgia nursing student killed by an undocumented immigrant from Venezuela. The bill was led by Republicans, but does have bipartisan support, including from Arizona Democrat Ruben Gallego.
Of course, in the Senate, it needs 60 votes to pass. There are a couple other Democrats who have said that they're going to support this, but there needs to be a little bit more Democratic support to get it over 60 votes. So what would your message be to fellow Democrats?
You can be for this bill and still be for immigration reform. This is a bill that is particularly in response to a horrific incident that happened in Georgia and to a problem of some undocumented people that are committing crimes, and at the same time continue to commit crimes because they are not in a deportation process and or the police does not know where they are. So by making sure that we bring security to our communities, it doesn't preclude us also being what we are truly in support of, which is immigration reform, the DREAM Act, and other sensible immigration reform programs to really fix the overall broken system.
The legislation would require undocumented migrants who commit certain nonviolent crimes like theft or burglary to be detained.
Thieves figuring out a way to start certain Kia models without a key. Cars being stolen at high rates. It's a problem we've reported on for years. I'm Christelle Bell with help and the big deadline owners need to know.